Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to Math Easy Tips number 1. So we're going to talk about how to solve a given percentage. So the traditional way to how to solve for a given percentage is, for example, 10% of uh, 83. So you're going to convert first the percent to decimal. So move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Then we have 0 tens or 10 hundreds. Multiply it by 83. So multiply 83. Multiply it by 10 hundreds. 0 multiplied by 3, 0. 0 multiplied by 8, 0. Then 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 8 is 8. Then add 0, 3, and 8. Then on the number of decimal places, we have how many? We have 2. 2. So we have 2, 1, 2. So the answer is the 10% of 83 is basically 8 and 3 tenths. So this would be the traditional way on how to solve the given percentage. But using this technique, power of 10% and left method approach, this too is a shortcut way. But let's think if power of 10% is the easy way or the left method approach is the easy way. Let's start. In traditional way, again, you're going to change first the percent, like 30% to decimal. So the decimal equivalent, the representation of 30% is 0, because you're going to move 2 places to the left, and then multiply the decimal form to 30% to 90. So multiply 90 by 30 hundreds. So 0 multiply 0, 0. 9 times 0, 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 9 is 27. Then add 0, 0, 7, and 2. Then count the number of decimal places to the upper portion, and the second portion we have 2, 1, 2. So this would be the answer. So the 30% of 90 is basically 27. So this would be the answer. But using the power of 10%, you're going to get the 10% of 90. We have 10% of 90 is basically 9. Why is that 9? So the easy way to know the 10% of the given number is you're going to move the decimal point 1 places to the left. So we have 9 for 10%. Another 10% is 9 again. And another 10% is 9 again. So we have 10 plus 10 plus 10. We have 30%. Is equivalent to 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. That's very easy. Okay, another example. How about 15% of 360? So we have 10%, and we can break down 15% to 10 and 5%. Again, to get the 10% of the given number, you're going to move 1 places to the left. So we have 36. So 10% is 36. How about 5%? 5% is a half of 10%. So we're going to half 36. So we have 18. So let's add 10 plus 5 is 15%. Then let's add 18 plus 36. We have 8 plus 6 is 14. Regroup 1. 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. So the answer is 54. So the The 15% of 360 is 54. Let's try another example. We have 25% of 700. 25% can be breakdown into 10%, 10%, and 5%. So let's find the 10% of 700. 10% of 700, move the decimal to the left one places, so we have 70. And another 70 for 10% again. And 5% is half of 10%, so we're going to half 70. So this would be 35. So let's add both. So we have 20 plus 5, we have 25%. And then 70, so 5 plus 5, 5 plus 0 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So 25% of 700 is 175. It's very easy. So how about number 4? 60% of 54. 60% can be breakdown into 10%, 10%, 10%. Okay, let's proceed. Let's try a 10% is, we're going to move one places to the left. We have 5.2. So how many 10% we're going to get is 6. So we have 6. So just multiply 5.2 multiplied by 6. 6 times 2 is 12. We're group 1. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 1 is 31. And count the decimal point is 1. So the answer is 31 and 2/10. It's very easy to illustrate using a 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. You have 4 10%, another 10%. We have 5, another 10%. So we have how many 5.2? We have 5.2, 5.2, 5.2, 5.2, and add all 5.2, we're going to get a 31 and 2/10. So simply, you just multiply 5.2 to 6 10%. So you're going to get the same answer. Okay, next. Number 5. Sample number 5, we have 24%. So basically, 24% of 600. So 24%. So we can get a 10% of 60. So 10% of 60 is 6. So we have another 10%. So we have 20 now. Another 6. How about 4%? So we can have 6% into 3. How about this would be a 5%? This would be a 5%. But basically, we're going to get a 4%. This is involved the left method approach. So left method approach, you're going to move the decimal points to the left one places. So this would be a process. So we're going to move the decimal point to one places. So we have now 2.4, 2 and 4/10, and 6. So you just multiply 2 and 4/10 multiplied by 6. The answer is 6 times 4. The answer is 24. 6 times 2. The answer is 12. Plus 2. We have 14. Not the number of decimal places. We have 14 and 4 tenths. So basically, this would be the process on how to get if the method is not approachable in power of 10%, like this one. We cannot break down 4% into a 5%. So using the LEP method approach, LEP med, we can now solve this problem. So let's try another example. How about 13% of 60? So basically, you're going to move the decimal to the left 1 places. Again, both sides. So move to the left 1 places, move to the left 1 places. So it becomes 1 and 3/10, and it became 6. So you just multiply. So 1 and 3/10 multiplied by 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Regroup 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Then count the number of decimal places. We have 1. So the answer now is 7 and 8/10. That's very easy. Another one. How about 13%? And that's the example. How about 15% of 78. So 15% of 78. Basically, you're going to move the decimal point to the left 1 places. So left method approach. Take note of that. So 1 places. So it becomes 1 and 5/10. And then this would be 7 and 8/10. So you just multiply two of them. So 1 and 5/10 multiplied by 7 and 8/10. 8 times 5 is 40. Regroup 4. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 4. We have 12. 7 times 5 is 35. Regroup 3. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 1 is 10. Then count, add 0, 7, 1, 1. Count the number of decimal places. 1, 1. So we have 2, 1, 2. Then write the decimal point. So this would be the answer. So 15% of 78 is 11 and 70 hundredths. Okay, let's proceed to another example. 27% of 80. So 27% of 80. 81 rather. So move the decimal point 1 places. So it becomes 2 and 7/10. Then this would be 81. So this would be 8 and 1/10. So let's multiply 2 and 7/10 multiplied by 8 and 1/10. So 1 multiplied by 7, the answer is 7. 2 multiplied by 1, the answer is 2. 8 times 7, the answer is 56. This would be 6. This would be 5. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 5. We have 21. Then add 7. It should be 8, 1, 2. Then count the number of decimal places. We have 1, 2, 1, 2. So 27% of 81 is equivalent to 21 and 87 hundredths. So let's try another one. 34% of 130. So 34% of 130. You're going to move the decimal 1 places to the left, 1 places to the left. So it becomes 3 and 4/10 multiplied by 13. Because it becomes 13.0, disregard the 0. So we have 13 multiplied by 3 and 4 tenths. So 3 times 4, the answer is 12. Group 1, 3 times 4, the answer is 1 times 4, the answer is 4, plus 1, we have 5. Then 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. Then add 2. 9 plus 5, the answer is 14. The group 1 and 1 plus 3, we have 4. Then count the number of decimal places. So we have 1. Then the answer would be the 34% of 130 is equivalent to 44 and 2 tenths. So for our last example for this day, so 19% of 560, so 19%, move the decimal points, so it becomes 1 and 9 tenths. And 560, it becomes 56. So multiply both of them. So we have 56 multiplied by 1 and 9 tenths. 9 times 6, the answer is 60. 9 times 6 is 54. 54. And 54. Then 9 times 5 is 40 plus 5. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 5, we have 50. Then 1 times 6, the answer is 6. 1 times 5, the answer is 5. So then add 4, 6, 5 plus 5 is 10. Then count the number of decimal places. We have 1. So the answer is 106 and 4 tenths. This should be the answer. Okay, so I hope you like the math tips for this day. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to comment if you have some tips how to solve the given problem or how to easily solve a sum problem. So don't forget to visit our Facebook page. So we have facebook.com/okixtv. So that's all for today. Thank you and God bless.